welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about Tour Edge Lures Jig X. Also in conjunction with this we have the Chunk X and the Sling Axe. I'm going to show you a few tricks of the trade to trim these up and modify these jigs to make them a little bit better under certain conditions. I'm going to show you. What we have here is the Jig X. This one in particular is a 3/4 ounce football head jig in the green pumpkin color. Now, as you can see right out of the package, this is exactly what we have. We have the jig itself, then we have the rattle that's also included in the package. But what I want to show you today is how to modify this jig. Right out of the package it's a full skirt, and what we're going to do is right at the skirt band, if you can see the skirt band underneath the green pumpkin skirt here, we're going to separate those strands to the top and bottom half right there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of scissors. I'm simply just going to trim that off. Now what that allows us to do is we get more of the finesse style jig, the skirt that flares up around the head a little bit. And now you can see how the length of the skirt that we have at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim that up just a little bit. And what I like to do is just take it and cut about a 45 off the back, and then go ahead and cut a 90 and trim the skirt up just a little bit more. So that's what we have on a trimmed, modified jig on the Jig X. It's called the Sling Axe. Very simple little tool here. Has a place for a rattle here. This is a very unique little design. Simple but very effective. If you notice, there's two holes, and one is for the rattle, the other one is where the hook point's inserted. We insert the hook point through that hole. Then you can see here, this is where the bait keeper is on the jig. What we're going to do is we're going to slide that over that bait keeper just like that. Now you notice the tab end is towards the hook point, and the other end we have the hole for the rattle. We have the Chunk X. Very unique looking trailer. The unique feature about this is has a ridge right here. And what that allows us to do now is when we take and insert the hook point right through the head, come out just past where that pyramid shape or that rise in the bait is, the chunk part. And as you can see, I'm going to leave that up there just a little bit. Now we've got the chunk with the bump towards the hook point, then the tab of the Sling Axe towards the hook point. I'm going to grab the tab and I'm going to lift it and pull it over the point of the hook and seat that down, as you can see that, right over the Chunk X. Now that keeps that bait from falling down during a hook set while you're fighting a fish. Hollow body baits, anything, any type of trailer that we may use, especially the hollow bodies that once they tear up, they always end up in the bottom part of the hook. This Sling X allows us to keep that bait up while we're fishing, even stroking the jig where we're really violently lifting up on that jig. It keeps that bait in place. So really now what we end up with, and you see that just takes just a few seconds, what we end up with is a smaller profile, a flared out head on the skirt, a chunk that's not going to fall, and that's what the Tour Edge Lure Jig X with the Sling Axe and the Chunk X looks like, completed, ready to fish. And there you have it, the Jig X.